game week is here, I think everyone's kind of on edge and ready to go.
First year for Coach Sig and a lot of new guys on the team. What's something that Indiana Hoosier fans are going to get this year that they haven't gotten prior?
I would just say a team who's confident, a team who plays fast, physical, kind of a different brand of football. Coach Nettie, he preaches that all the time. He kind of allows us to go play free and go play fast. So just a confident team who's going to go out there, be physical and win football games.
You saw Mikhail when he arrived. Was it 2020?
Mm-hmm.
How have you seen him evolve since then?
I mean, every way. I mean, his body, his development as a player, in the weight room, and just his game. He stepped up to a new level. This summer especially, and just kind of seeing him grow over the years has been really special, and I'm glad to be part of it.
What are you most looking forward to for the season?
Well, that's a tough one. I mean, I would just say just kind of bringing Indiana football back, kind of being a part of this kind of, I guess you could say, rebuild or kind of this new era. I would say. There's been a lot of talk of the off season, a lot of things here and there, but I think being fun to go out there and play is something I'm really excited for.
And then on Saturday, what kind of message are you trying to send for the locker room and then for the fans?
Yeah, I mean, just go out there and just kind of, I know these fans are really excited. I know they're kind of on edge and kind of ready to see what we can bring. So I think just going out there and doing what we know we can do. Winning a football game and kind of bring that new excitement here.
Once this is a program that's 9-27 the last however many years. We've heard all about this, mentality and approach that you all kind of brought over. I'm curious how you've tried to implement that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you said, that mentality, that mindset of, kind of never backing down, kind of having that confidence, that aura about you. As you know, kind of Coach, he's about it, and he kind of comes down to us and coming here and just kind of trying to preach that to you guys that have been here. I think it's been a big thing. I think just kind of having that like I said, that confidence, that aura about us, kind of go out there and know we can win.
What is the aura? I feel like for you all.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but just kind of that swagger, that that thought of never backing down. Like I said, never kind of that undeniability. Like I said, that swagger about us. Kind of going out there and doing our job.
When you arrived here in the spring, was that swagger maybe there? Kind of.
I think it's
Buster?
I think maybe when we got here in the spring, maybe it wasn't there as much. But I think definitely now, over all this winter, spring workouts, and especially fall camp, I think these guys are kind of picking up on. I think we're in a good place.
Anyone on the other side of the trenches that kind of wowed you or some of the other guys?
I mean, Cake over there he's definitely a crafty guy. He's tough to go against. Bray and Drew Evans, those are guys that kind of come in and stepped up and can play some good football. And I don't go against the tackles as much, but I think those three interior guys have really kind of shown their worth.
What was the message that Coach Signetti gave you guys during the transition from fall camp to now game week?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll say the message is now just kind of, we have one focus, kind of that one goal, and now looking past, not looking at week 2, week 3, week 4, or anything like that. It's more just focused on this week, focusing on each day in and of itself, and just kind of going out there and preparing the best we can.
Has he done everything more or less the same that he did at James Madison in his first prep week?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything's just pretty much similar. Just the way he goes about business, practice, everything so far, to me has been pretty much the exact same.
Mike talked about the winning mentality and how it's kind of been passed down from the coaching staff to some of the leaders on the field. How have you seen that winning mentality and that mindset really thrust upon you guys this year entering the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of all starts in practice. In fall camp, that day one, we kind of go out there and compete, and we know that we got to come out here and win football games. Where it's nothing, all that talk like we're saying it's not worth it. So I think it starts in practice, being competitive. O-line, D-line, one-on-ones, whatever it is in team periods. So once we start, day one, we kind of built up throughout fall camp. I think going to this first game, we're in a good spot.
And maybe behind you in the linebacking core, Aiden Fiser, a returner, one of the captains, one of the guys, even though Signetti's not going to name captains, one of the guys with the earpieces in his headset. How have you seen him develop into that leader on the field and off the field?
Yeah, I mean, I was with him the past couple of years. I was with him, last year when he kind of got thrust into the starting spot and kind of that leader role. Yeah, I mean, from then he's just grown. In terms of leadership, his football IQ is really good. He's kind of that leader on the defense in terms of just spreading the message, checks, and everything like that. So seeing him from year 1 at JMU to year 3 now has been it's been special growth I've seen.
There's a lot of really good defenses in the Big Ten. Where do you think that you guys can fill in there, and how high do you think this defensive ceiling is?
I mean, I think it's the top or not the best. I mean, I think that the type of defense we play allows us to go out there and make big splash plays, big explosive plays. So having that ability, having that technique they give us, and I guess scheme, is the biggest thing. It kind of allows us to go out there and, like I said, make big splash plays, which I think can be towards the top.
When you're talking about big splash plays, how do you guys go about it specifically on the defensive line, creating those big splash plays?
I think for us, it's all about verticality. We're not trying to stay snagged on the line of scrimmage or move laterally. We're trying to get upfield, get vertical, get in the backfield, kind of just cause havoc in there. Let the linebackers fit off of us, and like I said, create those plays. So I think it's all about verticality.
It's new for you in terms of a new environment. What do you kind of have built up in your mind as to what Saturday is going to be all about?
I mean, I'm pumped. I can't be more excited for it. Like I said, there's been a lot of talk, a lot of hype this all season. So I think kind of going to this game, I think the fans are going to show out, and I'm really excited to see what it is.
What's Signetti like as like a pregame motivator type of guy? Does he give a big speech? Does he keep it short and to the point? What's he like?
I would say more short to the point. He gives a speech, but he's not going to go up there and speak for 5-10 minutes or anything. He's going up there short to the point. We'll say a quick prayer and then we'll go out. So I think kind of his whole mantra is short and to the point. Get in, get out. Get the business done.
Any memorable moments that he's kind of motivated the team in the past, where you've had, whether it's pregame or halftime or something like that you remember him kind of having a moment?
Yeah, I mean, the one for me that comes to mind is when we played Appalachian State our first year in the Sun Belt. We were down, I think it was like 28-3, something like that, and he just kind of comes to the sideline. He's like, just go out there and have fun. And we're on the side. I think we just got scored on. We're down big, so I think he just come in there. He's like, hey, let's go out there and have fun. Block everything else out, and it's something small, maybe other people, but that's just kind of how he is. He's always calm, cool, collected. We came back and won that game, so I think just kind of his whole mentality is really important to us.
How much do you draw on that experience of JMU jumping up to FBS that year? And it's not quite the same thing, but you guys do have to prove yourselves in this league. I mean, do you draw on that experience?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some similarities. Going that first year at FBS, there was obviously a lot of doubters, a lot of unknowns, I would say. And we had a really good year that year, and same things last year. So I think it's pretty similar in terms of doubters, unknowns, and stuff like that. So having that experience, I think definitely be good for this year.
What's your impression, as Mike Kate was talking about CJ West, that he doesn't move like a guy that's like 325 pounds? What have you seen from him playing next to him?
Yeah.
Was it open up for you? And just how impressive, I guess, is his athleticism at that size?
Yeah, no, he moves really well for his size. Obviously he's big and strong, but that movement ability he has is definitely something that kind of flashes and catches an eye. So having him kind of in the middle there definitely opens up. He maybe draws more double teams, so then maybe that allows me to get more one-on-ones, and so definitely having someone like him is it's nice.
How much pride do you take in the snaps that you have, leading the country last year? What's your pride level on being able to do that at a position where the trend has been the opposite, where you kind of use an assembly line for defensive
I mean, I take a lot of pride in that. More so just because if my team needs me to do that, I'll do it. So I remember these past couple of years taking all those snaps. It definitely takes a toll on the body, but at the same time, it's I have no issue with it. I take a lot of pride in it, like you said. Like I said, if the team needs me to do it, I'll do whatever it takes.
The defense has the benefit of, like, you have 5 returning starters from JMU. You're returning half the defense from a different team here.
Yeah.
Does it feel like you guys are starting over, or does that sort of carry over, that you do have some more familiarity maybe than the offensive side does?
I mean, I would say it definitely carries over, just in terms of the language, the communication, just say it's me and Macau out there, and Fish and Jaywalk. Just having those guys out there, it makes it a lot easier, just because we played together for a couple of years now, and like I said, that familiarity, the language. I know how they play. I know there's what they like to do in certain situations. I think all in all it helps.
So it didn't feel like you were starting over necessarily.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Any specific challenges you think FIU presents? Anything you've seen while looking at their offense?
Yeah, I mean, I think as a whole, they present us a challenge. I mean, quarterback he's fast. He can throw the ball well. He can escape really well. Offensive line, left tackle to right tackle. They're good. They're experienced. Running backs are really good. Wide receivers are good. They have a deep room there. So I think, if we don't come ready to play, we have to come ready to play. Which is I know we will. So I think all in all, their offense is we gotta be ready for them.
You guys, Cincinnati doesn't have team captains. Mike was a team captain here last year. He said it's different. What have you noticed with playing without team captains kind of over the years, how that affects the team leadership, what that does to a team?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say there's really too much that goes into that. I don't really think too much of it. Last year I guess I was somewhat of a captain for us at GMU. So I think the guys on the team kind of know who those leaders are. But all in all, I really don't think that we take too much of that into account.
But does it breed more leadership, kind of a broad, like guys step up?
Oh yeah,
more
yeah,
so,
yeah.
Do you see that happen?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I guess not having captains, he allows guys to come speak in a practice. Maybe guys who he knows can be leaders in the future. He'll kind of make them come up and kind of take on that role a little bit. So yeah, I would say so. I think kind of that style can also breed some more people to come up and have that leadership.
Did you carry over as a leader? I mean, do you feel like you had to plant a flag, or did you kind of wait back to see how things develop? What was your kind of approach, especially obviously being injured in the spring?
More so just kind of let it kind of play out. I didn't want to come here injured and try and be some rah guy. That's just not who I am. So I just want to kind of let my play do the talking and just kind of let it go from there.
Got time for two more. What was your reaction to your former walk-on?
Yeah.
Changing the rules, changing the roster a little bit. I mean, they're expanding the size, but limiting walk-ons. What was your reaction to that as a guy that got his shot? I'm kind of curious as to see.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say disappointed. I don't know the whole kind of story about it,
Sure.
but I did see that they would do it, which is kind of disappointing just because there's been so many good players that have been walk-ons, and like I said, I've taken a lot of pride in that, and it is a little disappointing, but what can you do?
Awesome. Thanks, James.
Thank you guys.